I went to this ER. It's a really small ER, and it's when we were doing paper charting. And there was an elderly lady. She was 87 years old. She had a shoulder out of place. The doctor and her went in and put the lady's shoulder back. The nurse, who I had worked very little with, said she needed me to waste the fentanyl that she had thrown it away in the room. So she wanted me to sign that she had given the patient 85 micrograms of fentanyl, and I needed to waste 15 micrograms that was already thrown away. So I said, wait a minute. You gave that little 80-pound, almost 90-year-old woman 85 micrograms of fentanyl? First dose? Yeah. I said, the doctor ordered 85 micrograms of fentanyl on that woman. Yeah, that's what we gave. I said, well, I can't sign that without seeing you waste it, so no, I'm not going to do that. About that time, the doctor came around the corner, which he was supposed to have been done with his shift, coincidentally. But he had came back, and I said, oh, glad you're still here. You gave that little granny in there 85 micrograms of fentanyl, and that went all right? He went, no, we gave her 15 micrograms, and then I was going to give 10 more if she needed it, and we couldn't give her any more. And so the nurse who had asked me to waste was standing here. I'm looking at the doctor. I said, well, Miss Nurse here wants me to waste because she said you give 85 micrograms. Well, that went over like a turd in a punch bowl. She said, no, I pushed 85. You said 85 in there. The doctor said, absolutely not. I said, well, where's the other 15? She said, it's in the sharps box. I can't waste with you with it in the sharps box. And the doctor said, I saw you draw it up. You didn't draw up 85. You drew up 15. I ended up having to call the supervisor, and she was diverting drugs. So they got in her locker at work, and a whole bunch of sharps boxes, the red sharps boxes, was in her locker. She was taking the sharps boxes home and digging through them, the dirty needles, to get out any waste that was in the red boxes. If you're a new nurse, don't pull up part of your dose and put it in the sharps box. And always see them waste. Don't say okay and sign. Now it's in an AccuDose in a computer system, but yeah, don't do that.